And for more on the rising tensions in Venezuela, I'm joined now by Michael Shifter, president of the Inter-American Dialogue. So, Michael, we've seen there the spreading opposition. Just how much of a watershed is this vote on Sunday to create this Constituent Assembly that will rewrite the Constitution?
Well, in this the story of Venezuela that's been going on for nearly 2 decades, there have been lots of turning points and critical moments, but this is really, I think, very, very crucial beyond all others, because there'd be really the aim of the government is to try to rewrite the Constitution, the 1999 Constitution, Hugo Chavez's Constitution, in which case the National Assembly, which is the only legitimate, really elected body in the country, would be eliminated, dissolved, and so it'd be virtually a dictatorship in that case.
So when critics say this could be the death of democracy in Venezuela, that's not overblown?
I think that's a pretty persuasive point.
And is there anything at this point that could make President Maduro change course? I mean, the outcome of the vote isn't in doubt, is it?
No. I mean, we know that he's going to get the support he needs. I think there's no pulling back. There was some hope that he perhaps might rethink because of the pressure, because on the streets and because of international pressure, the threat of sanctions, broader economic sanctions in the United States. But I think he's dug in, and I think it's going to be very hard for him to pull back at this point.
Well, and the US slapped these sanctions yesterday on Venezuela. What impact could they have?
Well, clearly, you know, they hurt the individual. They're individual sanctions, and they freeze assets, and they clearly affect people's well-being. But it's unclear whether they really will have much impact in resolving the crisis, which is the main focus. So far, there's no sense that the government is responding to those sanctions.
And what is President Maduro's endgame? How does he justify this centralization of power?
Well, he wants to create his own. He knows very well, all the polls suggest that if he went to elections, which are scheduled according to the current Constitution, he would lose overwhelmingly. He's very unpopular, and he doesn't want to give up power. And so this is a power grab that he's using to create a new constitution, which is unconstitutional itself. In order to do this, you're supposed to have a referendum according to the current constitution. So he's violating the current constitution in order to create a new one in order to consolidate his power. The alternative would be to respect the rules of the current constitution, go to elections, see what the people want, and clearly the people are going to reject him. So he doesn't want to give up power.
Right, and meanwhile you have the economic crisis, what is the current state of that? Is it intensifying?
The economy gets worse every day. The inflation rate is the highest in the world. There are massive shortages. There's really widespread suffering and misery. There really no access to basic goods, and there's no relief in sight for that. So there really is a very humanitarian horror that the country is going through.
Michael Shifter, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.